Hey dears, Whimsy here, and welcome to the Nerd Corner. And before you ask, yes, I am wearing my 2B wig, and I have Virtuous Contract with me because earlier this week, the largest video game conference of the year was held. So let's dive into my favorite highlights and my most highly anticipated games to come out of the E3 conference. Get ready to smash those X buttons. Yeah! First, I'd like to give a quick shout out to EA for providing a ball pit in their access area. Just what everyone wanted. I mean, that's what drew in the crowds for DashCon. A moment of remembrance for DashCon, please. Never forget that money well spent. Next, are we human or are we gamers? Because in their presentation, Ubisoft revealed that in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, you have the option to play as either gender, and you can also romance either a boy or a girl regardless. And of course, some of the internet took to storm and started complaining about the historical inaccuracies of having a same-sex relationship in ancient Greece. Somebody please tell them about the island of Lesbos and where the origins of the word lesbian comes from. And Alexander the Great? He was gay. Apollo from mythology? That boy was Pan AF. So Greek basically had a gay old time, and among Assassin's Creed's historical inaccuracies, Greece being gay isn't one of them. Woo, okay, now that I got that off my chest, let's dive into my most highly anticipated games list. And first on my list is the awesome adventures of Captain Spirit, and this story follows a 10-year-old boy with a big imagination. But are his superpowers and the monsters he fights real? Guess you gotta play to find out. Now, in case you don't know, this game is a spin-off of a beautiful indie gem of a game called Life is Strange. Now, Life is Strange is an episodic action consequence game that deals with themes of coping with death and sexual assault and bullying. And this was a really personal game for me. It hit too close to home. Like, it even took place in my home state of Oregon. And it looks like Captain Spirit also takes place in Oregon. It's supposed to be a standalone. However, the writers are hinting that there's supposed to be a connection between the characters and events of Life is Strange. So you might as well just go and play both games. Now, the good studio of Dotnod is actually providing this game for free across multiple platforms starting on June 26th. So go ahead and check it out in the description. I just really hope that Captain Spirit captures the same heart as its predecessor. Next on my list is Death Stranding, and man, the more I find out about this game, the more confused I become. I guess Norman Reedus plays a delivery guy who fights invisible monsters in order to save humanity. I'm not sure. All I know is that I'm glad that Sony adopted Hideo Kojima so that he could create this bizarre monstrosity of a game. I mean, they allowed him full creative reign. I'm just really curious how he presented this story to Sony. Was he like, okay, I don't have all the details fleshed out right now, but imagine this. Norman Reedus, buck-ass naked, on a beach, and he gives birth to a fetus. And Sony's like, oh my god, that's brilliant. It rhymes. Take our money and all our support. But I think, in all honesty, it's the bizarre and weird factor that's really compelling. Like, I think I myself am just morbidly fascinated by this game But I think once I get to play it, it's going to be so esoteric and philosophical and symbolic that I'm just going to be majorly confused, like the end of Ergo Proxy. Yeah, but I'm gonna play the shit out of it. And lastly, we have my most hyped game, The Last of Us, and we get to see footage of Ellie and baby girls all grown up, and she's kissing girls and she's taking names, but somebody is noticeably absent from the gameplay. Where's Joel? We see him in an earlier trailer, but if this game focuses less on Joel and Ellie's relationship, will it still hold together? I mean, what made The Last of Us so poignant for me was that despite living in a brutal post-zombie apocalypse world, we have sad dad and his adopted daughter still trying to hold on to their humanity together. They are what carried this story for me and what made it so beautiful and poignant. Moreover, in an interview with Variety, the vice president of Naughty Dog revealed that instead of the Last of Us theme of love, this sequel focuses instead on hate, and that the amped up graphic violence in this game is designed to make gamers feel uncomfortable. They want you to feel it, and I definitely felt nausea when I was watching the gameplay of A Man Disemboweled Alive. Yeah, I felt a little disturbed by that, so I'd be lying if I didn't say that I'm a little bit concerned about the new direction that this sequel is taking. I'm just hoping that this story isn't reduced into a generic revenge plot where people are gratuitously killed for shock value. But I'm going to put my faith in Naughty Dog and hope that they handle this story as deftly as the first one. Plus, I just want Joel and Ellie to be okay. Please, please, let them be happy. They deserve it. But that's it. Those are my top 3 picks overall. I've gotta say, Sony took the cake for this conference, and honorable mentions for games go to Kingdom Hearts 3, Smash Bros, and color me intrigued by Cyberpunk 2077. But what do you guys think? What are the games you are most excited about, and which games do you think are gonna flop? Well, let me know down in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. See ya!